So now let's get started with setting up the Chameleon NDI player. We'll go down to my system tray, right click, select manage. This brings up the dialog. Similar to the web player, you have the tabs for the instances and the channels you've set up. Again, I've got my LRAP and my esports. You'll notice over here on the right, I have the NDI studio monitor window. And that's so that we can preview the sources that as we generate them, and it'll just give us a confidence preview before we start distributing the NDI to our network. To get started here, we're going to add in a new instance. We're going to call this instance, again, Vision. That's our Vision channel. And then the first thing we're going to do is set up connection to the cloud server again. We'll enter in our username and password. We'll apply the setting. And again, we have connected. So we're connected to the cloud instance and we've set up the basic channel. Now we're going to go to our settings and we're going to check to make sure that our project folder path, the server preferences, and the NDI stream is set up. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the project path from the other channel. You share the same resources. So we'll put that in. We're also going to select the remote port for this. Now this is going to be slightly different. The remote control port for this one will be 84. We're going to start the server on launch. What that means is that when the server and the player launch, it will automatically go out, retrieve the show and the rundown, and start playing the channel. Set a unique port number. And the endpoint, we'll keep this the same. We'll call this one Vision as well. And we also want the stream to start on launch. So that means that when the player starts, all the Vision and the other two channels will start streaming out NDI. Now we'll go back to the player tab just to confirm everything. Click the start button. So to confirm everything's working on the NDI, we have to go down to stream here. We're going to make sure our stream settings, the stream name is set. So in this case, we're going to call this one Vision Traffic Cameras. We'll give it a little longer name. We'll change the output format slightly. We're going to use 30p in this case. Once the stream is started, you will see connections. The two connections you're seeing here are the key and fill being displayed on the studio monitor window. So we'll go over and check our source list here from the device. So there's our laptop. So our Vision traffic camera is now a selectable source now that it's started up. And I can toggle through and just verify all channels are working. Everything's good to go. We have 3 NDI sources and we've previewed them on our studio monitor. Now let's move over to the Tricaster. Now let's set up our 3 NDI channels as sources in the Tricaster. For the purpose of this demonstration, we are using the latest version of Tricaster's Advanced Edition 3. I already have 2 sources set up. We have the LRAP and the esports set up as 2 inputs. We will add the 3rd source by right-clicking in the new source window, selecting the laptop as the NDI source, and then the new NDI source, Vision Traffic Cameras. The LRAP is set up as the downstream key. The esports and Vision Traffic Cameras are set up on 2 separate MEs. And that's how you select your Chameleon NDI sources in Tricaster.